What's up, guys? It's your boys Awoki back out with another of the Chris Watts videos, and apparently these are going to be 5 shocking facts that happened before the murders, starting with August 8th, from the channel of Geneva. She's the one that's bringing us this from her channel, and you guys have been like spamming my Instagram and Facebook with this video, and we're going to watch it right now from Geneva. So with that being said, grab a chair, get comfortable. Don't forget to subscribe on both channels by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. Then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you guys so very much for that continued love and support that you guys show on this channel every single day. I can't thank you guys enough, and keep doing what you guys are doing. We'll continue to keep growing together. And like I said before, the link is in the description for Geneva's channel. Go give her some love for doing this video for us to enjoy and actually learn more about the Watts. I shouldn't say enjoy. I would say more or less learn about facts that probably you might have not known. You might have known, whatever have you. It's just another kind of ammo to fill into our weapon holster of evidence for this case. So with that being said, let's get into the video.
Now, I'm going to start with a few important things first before we get on with
And this is not a typo. There are people that are still defending this hypothesis, that this is a typo, that Kessinger searched for Shanann Watts in 2017 of September. This is not a typo. This is legit that she was looking up Shanann and then she looked up Chris.
Main date I spoke about at the beginning of the video, and it's pretty crucial to what I'm going to be explaining later on. September 1st, 2017, Nicole Kessinger searched the internet for the name Shanann Watts.
And then Chris.
This is not a typo, and I'll show you why now.
And then she did it again in January of 2018. Then she did it again in April of 2018. And then she did it again in May, and then multiple times between May till August. And then after the murders, she even Googled her again. And she was Googling Chris the whole time. You can't tell me that's not like a ding, ding, ding. Hello?
This is also in the discovery, and the officer noted I did locate names searches for Chris Watts dated back to August 3rd, 2017, and Shanann's was dated back to January 7th, 2018.
Told you.
But also the one before from September 1st. Because as you could see, she searched for Chris Watts about a month before she searched for Shanann's in 2017. So I have it pointed out there for you, August 3rd, 2017.
Almost, or more than a year before the murders took place. And then she Googled Shanann. Ridiculousness.
And then Shanann's, Chris Watts and Shanann Watts. Now, being Nicole Kessinger looked them up on these dates. And
that's bullcrap. Chris never mentioned Shanann Watts being pregnant in any conversation with Nicole. He did, and she also, when she was Googling him, she saw how many times that they were showing that they were pregnant.
And what her motive was to eventually possibly get with Chris Watts. It says here, Chris has never mentioned Shanann was pregnant in any of the conversations with Nicole. He lied to her because she would have never wasted her time on him in the first place. So she's kind of contradicting herself here by saying that she wouldn't have wasted her time, but really she's the one that sought him out a year prior to these murders.
That serious.
And once again, says she doesn't want to waste her time if she knew Shanann was pregnant.
She told her friends that it was the best booty that she ever got. He loves to eat taco. He loves to do the butt stuff. He loves to do or she loves to do the haktu. I mean, the list goes on that and then she sits there and says, well, we were casually dating. We weren't really talking. I wasn't really interested. Are you kidding me? The Google history that she has is the same that a 15-year-old man or kid would be doing on Pornhub. Like, and you're saying it's like you weren't caught with your hand in the cookie jar saying, I wasn't Googling. They have the evidence. It's like catching your child. Oh, what site were you on? Oh, nothing. And it's all in his browser. Like, it's just shocking to see that there's the evidence that's in front of us. And they're like, we don't think she's involved. Are you kidding?
But she sought him out in 2000.
It's literally right here in front of us. While he was at.
So we all know how Nicole Kessinger had told.
And then I know I keep stopping, but you guys don't want me to talk during when people are talking. But again, people are like, well, girls just look up wedding dresses all the time. Yeah, here and there, but she was involved with Chris fixing his marriage, as she wanted to call it. Nicole was looking for wedding dresses for 2 hours. I don't look for car parts for 2 hours. I don't look for Yu-Gi-Oh cards for 2 hours unless I'm that interested. She's looking at wedding dresses for 2 hours.
I believe it was Kobach, CBI, about texting Chris and talking to Chris while he was in North Carolina to try to fix his marriage with Shanann. She really wanted him to fix the marriage.
Said no mistress ever.
So while she's supposedly telling him this, on August 4th, she's searching for wedding dresses.
9 days before the murder happened.
Yes. So supposedly, while she's telling him to fix his marriage, she's searching for wedding dresses. So clearly, they have already talked to each other about possibly getting married. Yeah. Now, this is where the important date starts to come in, and I'll give you all the information on this. The Wednesday, August 8th, 2018. This is 5 days before he murdered his family. So Nicole here in the discovery says when he came back from North Carolina, Nicole saw him a few times. Let's think about that. What does a few mean?
More than 3.
A few means 3, okay? A couple means 2. So that's 3. But she's saying here she saw him last Wednesday, which would be August 8th, the 5 days before the murders, and this Saturday, August 11, 2018, which was their last date to the lazy dog. And she's also stating that he wanted to see her more, but she wanted her space. And again, Wednesday, he came to her house.
Or she wanted space with Jim.
So she's sitting here looking up wedding dresses. He's visiting her the day after he gets home from North Carolina, but she wanted her space. This is just a decoy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Agreed.
And here is from the discovery where Chris got back on August 7th, back home from North Carolina, and his work had connected to their router. And then August 8th, he returned to work. And here again, pointing out the day after he returned home, he visited Nicole Wednesday, August 8th.
Dirtbag.
Now, this is from the discovery, but it is evidence from Chris's phone showing that he was on August 8th, 2018 in North Glen, Colorado. And Nicole Kessinger lives in North Glen,
you rat
Colorado.
Little turd.
He lives in the Erie area. The Rogan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, is his work area. That's where the oil fields are there. And Platteville is where his actual Anadarko office is.
Okay.
Now I'm showing you this map because this is the from another video I made, the ping video that morning. This is her normal route.
That was on her way to work.
To go to work. Okay, so you see it going from Thornton, North Glen up to Platteville to the work. So she's taking the Brighton to Fort Lupton back down to her area where she lives. And here again, just to show you an outline of their cities. This is the morning of the murders where Nicole's phone had pinged in Frederick area.
There was no reason for her to go to Frederick for work. This is the way she went to work. And then this is the way. Okay.
So now that we know Chris called Nicole at 2:48 p.m. in the afternoon, here Chris made an unspecified modification to Shanann's contact information in his work phone. This is 3 p.m., so almost a half an hour after he had called her. So by that time, I'm assuming maybe he should have been to Nicole's house at that time. The reason I find that modification to his work phone about Shanann is significant because Shanann has texted, on that same day, he's never called me Shanann till this week. So maybe he had her name under baby or honey or lover or something like that, some kind of pet name. But now he probably, the unspecified modification to his phone, he probably put in there Shanann or possibly something worse. Wow. Okay, so we know Chris called Nicole when he was on his way to her house at 2:48 p.m. Not sure how long he spent at her house, but here, as you see, at 7:25 p.m., Kessinger searched Google on topics related to marrying your mistress.
But they weren't that serious.
That signifies to me that they have had this conversation about getting married once again, because here she is.
She didn't know that they were separate, or she knew that they were separating. But why would you say marrying your mistress? If they were separating, you'd be just getting married. But why would you marry your mistress?
She's already looking up wedding dresses, and now she's searching this topic related to getting married to him. So that happened at 7:25. So clearly, I'm assuming that he was not at her house during this time, because I can't imagine her wanting to Google this type of information while he was present with her.
Agreed.
So once again, assuming Chris is gone at this point, so he leaves, she's looking up marrying your mistress at 7:25 p.m., 7:26 p.m. Who is she talking to? Jim. For 17 minutes. So let's think. They're really good friends. Could be in cahoots with the whole plan of everything. Or she could be just...
Or she's scheduling some D-word.
Bragging about her and Chris getting married. Let's just throw it that way for a second. She's excited. She's like, oh, we're going to get married soon. I've already picked out my wedding dress. Blah, blah, blah. Now, directly after Jim's call, she's speaking to, at 8:03 p.m., after talking to Jim for the 17 minutes, she's talking to Barbara, which is Nicole's mother. She's talking to her mother for 23 minutes.
Then Jim again.
She could be also bragging about the whole marriage situation with Chris. Okay, so we know Nicole has looked up wedding dresses, talked about marriage possibly, talked to Jim and her mother probably about getting married and the excitement she has for this. So directly after that, Shanann speaks to Nicole Atkinson, even though here it says Uthoff because that is her maiden name, I believe, and her friend Cassie at 9:54 p.m. and he said we are not compatible anymore. He refused to hug me. He said he thought another baby would fix his feelings. He said he refused couples counseling. Now, this is a big moment.
But yet there's people that defend this man saying Team Chris and that Shanann was the monster. Are you kidding me? It's literally in your face, and yet you are denying that Chris was the victim or Nicole was the victim when it was Shanann. The girls. Are you kidding me? Wake up!
Because Chris just went over to her house. This is a big moment. Poor Shanann has no clue what had just happened. They're talking about marriage.
Blindsided.
She's confused on why her husband is not loving on her anymore. Now, this is the same time frame of talking Shanann had said. He said he had a lot of time to reflect on his feelings, meaning that the 5 weeks he was away from Shanann when she was in North Carolina, he spent that entire time with Nicole Kessinger. So that's reflecting his feelings.
And then Chris said if he would have spent more time at home with his family, he probably would have never committed these murders because he was too busy up Nicole's woo-ha to be with her. So that 5 weeks that she used to get away and to decompress and so forth and spend time with her family, I think actually hurt her. But again, it's not her fault. We're not blaming her. Chris said if he would have stayed home, looked at the pictures and stuff like that, and he literally said it, Nicole was the reason why.
Feeling, so to say.
If it wasn't for Nicole,
and he said he's going to work it out. This is significant. He's going to work it out. But she doesn't know how when he won't agree to counseling. Her friend offered support and suggestions to work this out. Now, this is Shanann's Facebook post on August 8th, explaining all of the things that she's done through the day, and it's just 12 o'clock noon. So this is right before all of this madness went down, before Chris went to see Nicole, before the whole marrying your mistress, and before he told her that he wasn't compatible with her anymore. And this is also from the Discovery. On August 8th, Chris had told them, he told Shanann he didn't think that they needed to go to counseling. He felt like anything they needed to say to each other, they could just say, which he didn't because he's a coward.
Yep, agreed.
And friends are trying to get them to go to counseling. And he felt disconnected from Shanann and didn't feel like counseling was going to help. He was disconnected because he was having an affair. Now, still on August 8th, these text messages were sent. Shanann had told Nicole Atkinson, I need happy news. Can you tell me the sex, please? And one of her friends asked, is there someone else? Referring to Chris.
He's not going to admit it.
And he says no.
He literally can't admit things to his mom or anything like that we know of. But he keeps things to himself. He's a loner. He's quiet. He's not going to say anything.
Another piece from the Discovery, August 8th at 7:24 in the morning. Shanann asked, or her friend asked her if they were doing any better. She replied, no.
See, this,
it's so
this
bad.
Is where I believe that they didn't have booty the night of the murders, because if he was denying her then on August 8th, he's not going to do anything with her anymore because he's so far up Nicole's butt with booty. So he's not going to do it with Shanann. So that is a lie that he stated when they went to the interview the second time in Wisconsin. Lie. God,
I don't know what to do. He told me he doesn't want this baby, and he's happy with just Bella and Celeste. But in reality, we know he's not.
He's not.
That's another lie. He thought he wanted another one. I am so sick to my stomach. I tried to have sex with him last night just to see if that would help him, and he rejected me. Shanann said she hasn't cried this hard ever. Shanann added, he said he feels there's lack of communication and it's not from me. So basically he's saying that his lack of communication is from his side.
Fall asleep at 7 to 8 o'clock.
So she said, I sent him 12 texts over the month begging him to talk to me. So she tried. He did not, because he's having an affair. He fell asleep at 7 to 8 p.m., which is a lie. That's what he told her, because he was staying the night over at Nicole's house. Shanann told Sarah, I tried talking to him after rejection last night, and me crying for an hour alone on the couch. He slept. I kicked his sorry ass out of bed, and I refused to sleep on the couch anymore this week. I told him this morning not to come home today, and if he can't tell me the damn truth on what the hell is wrong. Now, another reason this date, August 8th, is very critical is because they were having their ultrasound that night to find out the sex of the baby. Even though they didn't want to know what it was, they were going to have a gender reveal party that following Saturday, the weekend after their deaths. So Shanann says, we're supposed to go to an ultrasound tonight and he doesn't want the baby. He'd abort if I said it was okay. And then she says,
life is life.
He said he's not having an affair. Shanann is certain of this, and Shanann replied, honestly, no. But what else would make him do a complete 360?
Another woman.
We couldn't get enough of each other before I left. So she did mention somewhere that they were having sex like jackrabbits before she had left. I mean, she's pregnant, and of course he's a man, so her hormones were crazy. And he allowed that, obviously. They said that they had sex in the pantry, in the kitchen pantry, while the girls were playing somewhere, because that's how much they craved each other at that point. So they were going at it, and then all of a sudden, she leaves, Nicole pops up, now they're going at it. So here it is again, proof that she did have her ultrasound on August 8th, 2018. And they're finding out the sex of their third child, and it was a boy, Nico. So on 8/9, which is the day after their ultrasound, Shanann tells her friend Addie that Chris went to the appointment. So it must have been right before he had left Nicole's house. So he leaves Nicole's house after probably getting one in, and he goes to the appointment with Shanann to check out the baby's ultrasound. And she says, but he's cold, and says he has no idea, she has no idea what had happened. Now she sits here and explains everything that she had told to Addie, including the crying, the canceling of the gender reveal, how they were in love before she left for North Carolina, and now he's not. Shanann said that she grabbed Chris's hand during the ultrasound, and he did not grab back. So then at the bottom here, Shanann states that Chris is okay with going with her for the weekend trip, the weekend after the murder. And then 30 minutes later, he deletes his Facebook account.
Because he didn't want people to find out.
Wednesday was the ultrasound date. All this crap happens with Nicole, the ultrasound, and now the day after that, Chris deletes his Facebook account. Now this is something else significant, and that he told Shanann, this is through text, that she's saying to one of her friends, he said he will work it out. How do you work that out?
Exactly.
She says. This is exactly what Chris meant by he's going to work this out. He's probably the only murderer I've ever heard of to give a sign like this. Okay? And then he sends this. Chris takes this picture. Chris takes this picture and sends it to Shanann.
He was literally sending her
Shanann
signs.
thinks it's funny, and posts it on Facebook. I don't know what to think about this. Some people are worried. Some people find it funny, including her and his family. Also, being Chris took this picture, wrapped this doll up like this, because we know the girls did not do that, and he miraculously does not remember if Bella did it or not.
No.
During the interrogation when his dad asked him. I find it weird that he put a pillow underneath the legs. This is significant because Shanann might sleep with a pillow under her legs or in between her legs. So here he's signifying that this is her. This is her future. I, for one, sleep like this. I sleep with a pillow underneath my legs and in between my legs because I have a weird pet peeve of my legs touching each other when I'm sleeping. So this could be possible for her, especially when I was pregnant. That's when I first started doing that, is when I was pregnant with my second child. So it's possible that Shanann did sleep like that as well. So this is what Ronnie, Chris's dad, explained to FBI agent about the whole doll situation. He brought it up himself. And Ronnie asked us to look at Shanann's Facebook page. Ronnie explained 2 days ago, Shanann posted a photograph of a 5-foot-tall baby doll that was lying on the couch. Ronnie said that the doll was completely covered with a sheet. Ronnie said, "I'm thinking this might have been planned." Well, yes, it was planned. Yeah, but Shanann didn't take the picture. Chris did. Exactly. It was Chris's plan. It was your son's plan. Damn it. He says, "I don't know." Ronnie said the caption read, "What do you say to this?" Ronnie said the sheet covered the doll's head, and the only thing sticking out was the doll's feet. Ronnie said Shanann commented that Bella had put the sheet on the doll. Ronnie said a kid wouldn't do such a thing. Ding, ding, ding. FBI agent Coder asked Chris if he recalled the incident, and Chris said Shanann made fun of it and thought it was funny. So there, they don't know yet that he's the one that actually sent it to him. So he's portraying that what Ronnie is saying, that Shanann took this picture. And because now that they're dead, it looks and falls upon her lap, right? So Shanann made fun of it. Supposedly she had done it. Now she's making fun of it and thought it was funny. So that's suspicious. That means Shanann freaking did it. Well, guess what? She didn't, and I'll show you proof in a minute. So, and
then the haters of Shanann are trying to use that to show that she was the bad one. It's like, come on.
Asked Chris if Bella did it, and he said he didn't know because he didn't recall. This is the only line that him and Nicole, when it covers up the truth, something bad with the truth, this is what they do all the time. Oh, I can't recall this. I don't remember. Oh, what did I do during the day on Sunday, the day before the murder? I don't remember anything at all. Give me a freaking break. Exactly. Anyway, so Ronnie said he was around Bella, and Bella would only cover her baby dolls up to their stomach. Like Ronnie said he never saw Bella cover a doll's head like it was a body. And this is from the Discovery. This image was taken by phone.
Not
which
Shanann.
He sent to Shanann.
People keep saying it was Shanann that sent it to Chris. No, it was Chris to Shanann.
This is to Facebook. She took Chris's photo, put it to Facebook, and says, "Don't know what to think about this." Ta-da.
It's like a
Chris took this picture. It was planned, Ronnie. You're right. Now here, Shanann is telling Nicole Atkinson that Watts told her he does not want a divorce right away. Now this is a really weird thing to say, being that he had already told Nicole that he was in the process of getting a divorce.
So maybe he thought in his
whether
weird
that's
mind.
true or not, we're not sure because someone doesn't want to speak to get her story out. So we can only assume. But anyways, even if he did want to get a divorce, you don't say, oh, let's wait until let's wait 6 months to get a divorce. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. And I'm sure that confused her a lot.
And see, she's trying to look at couples therapy, not divorce attorneys. She's not looking at this or that, like, to be away from Chris. She's trying to fix her and Chris.
Like, she's probably thinking, well, he doesn't want to get a divorce right away. Maybe I can continue to love on him, try to get him to love on me. Maybe he'll change his mind. But she has no idea that he's having the affair and what I'm about to show you. Now, this is the reason he told her he did not want a divorce right away. Because he had this pre-planned. And he confused the hell out of her. His plans were to kill her and his family, dispose of them as if no one would find them. Therefore, not getting a divorce right away, not having to pay child support. Those were big motives in this. He did not want to pay for his children. That's how sick and selfish that he was as a narcissist sociopath. So here we are again, now that you know everything that happened on August 8th, including that important doll picture on August 8th, while he's seen Nicole Kessinger that same day, motivating him to annihilate his entire family. Also, to add here, the day after their murders, let's go on to the facts of suspicious deleting from Nicole Kessinger, the mistress. So on 8/14, the day after the murders, at 3:40 p.m. in the afternoon, she found and searched for a prayer chain, trying to find the girls. Here's 14 different searches Nicole Kessinger did in her phone the day after the murders. And these were all deleted. We're able to still get them from her phone after being deleted.
This is like so stupid that we see all this evidence in front of us and they're like, oh, we're not going to look at her. But it's all right here in front of our faces. And in front of the detectives and DA. Yeah, we're just playing a witch hunt here.
So I hope you guys enjoy this video that I put together.
Give her the love, guys.
Today is August 22nd, 2019. In case someone does plagiarize my information
I'm not
on this video.
Give her the love that she deserves.
Let me know what you guys think below. Don't forget to subscribe.
Definitely do what she says. Definitely comment, subscribe, love her channel. But for me, honestly, too, these are the 5 shocking facts that definitely shock you in your face. Like, hello, wake up. It shows us Nicole was involved in some shape or form. Chris was premeditating this. Nicole knew about everything, so her lies that she didn't know nothing. It's right there in front of our face. Or the people that are defending Chris. It shows that Shanann was fighting. Chris was not fighting. How do you think that Shanann is the bad mom or the bad wife when it's all there in front of her face? We can look at more if you want to. And yet there are still people for Team Chris, Team Nicole. I am so shocked and upset that there are people that are like this. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it's so hello, how can you make those opinions and facts when the facts are not right on your part, but ours are right because it shows right in front of us? And they're like, oh no, Shanann was the one that was the monster. Where are you coming up with this? Oh, because she took her kids to school while she stayed home. Okay? She was work from home. She made sure that house was clean. She cooked dinner. She brought in money. Oh, sorry that she took her kids to school. Then it might have been expensive, but she was still paying for it. Like, do you know how many people out there and families that send their kids to private school because they feel that it will be more of a one-on-one with their child to have better education? I mean, heck, I wish I would have went to a private school, but instead I went to a public school and got picked on and didn't probably get the education I could have gotten. Not saying that I'm dumb, but I'm just saying. Now, if the house was run down, beat up, looking like crap, Chris wasn't fed, the laundry wasn't done, the money was not coming in from her part, she was on TikTok all the time or whatever have you, or whatever social platform that she could have wasted her time on. But no, this woman literally strived to make a difference in people's lives and to better her life for her kids. And yet they're like, oh, she was the month. What are you on? So for that being said, let me know down in the comments if any of these were new for you or if you already knew about these. We can definitely look at some more shocking facts that you might not know. I can definitely put that together for you guys on my part instead of looking at like Geneva or other YouTube channels. I can definitely put my own together. Let me know down in the comments. Hit the like button for the obvious reasons that hopefully one day all this evidence and all this stuff that we're looking at will make a difference in this case. And don't forget to subscribe to Geneva and myself, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So keep it real, keep it safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time.